Keep it late and slow jazz deep into the evenings.
And I want a good show, damn it. Ready for a good show?
Doing awesome, yeah. I'm excited to talk to you, Andrew. Thank you for having me.
Yes!
I've always been doing big into archery, and my dad said, hey, you guys want to start an archery store?
That's how I was.
Andrew, yes, of course, let's do this together.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the E-Comm Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the E-Comm Show. I am your host, as usual, Andrew Maff, and I am joined by Nathan Vasquez, who is the CEO of Pipsticks. Nathan, how you doing, buddy? You ready for a good show?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Super pumped to be here. Thanks.
I am super excited to have you on the show. We weren't even 2 seconds into chatting, and you've already got this sexy jazz late night voice going, this great little setup. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a good time.
We'll keep it late and slow jazz deep into the evenings.
I don't think I have that kind of voice, so I'm not even going to try. Obviously, really excited to have you on the show. Very interesting industry, very interesting background. So I like to do the usual and kind of let you kick things off, let everyone know about, kind of where you were, how you got started. Obviously, a little bit about Pipsticks, and we'll take it from there, okay?
Yeah, sure. So, originally my background out of college was in math and computer science. And I ended up perfect story with stickers, right? And I ended up working at Citibank a year or so out of college as an options trader. So I was at the bank for about 15 years between New York and London, doing electronic trading, electronic market making. Had done that for quite a while, 15 years, like I said. And my wife had started a company on the side. She's a graphic designer. She started a company on the side while we were having kids, while she was a stay-at-home mom. Wanted to keep herself, active and ready to go back into the workforce as soon as the kids were old enough. And she started Pipsticks. Was still at the bank at the time, but it was a transitional moment. It was a big company like that has a lot of politics. And an opportunity came for me to sort of raise my hand and take a severance package with the bank, and I had enough of it after 15 years. So we did that. We stepped away, and I thought, okay, well, I'll take a few months off, get my stuff in order. We were in London, so we had to move back to the States, and then I figured I'd get another job in finance, something adjacent to what I've been doing. But my wife had started Pipsticks sort of a year or so ago with a launch less than a year ago. And it was new to her. So I decided to help her out because, I had some time and it was interesting. And it's all we were talking about at the dinner table anyway. So I got involved. And, we sort of reorged as a S Corp and did some of the operational and the legal stuff to make it official. And it got to be, January 1. And I thought, actually, it looks like there might be some opportunity here. It looks like there's some legs here. And I really didn't want to go back, put on a suit and work, not even 9 to 5, like a 7 to 7 at a bank anymore. So I said, all right, we'll give myself a 1-year goal. We'll see what can happen because, the bank gave us a nice severance package. We can manage for a year and we'll figure it out on our savings. So we did that. And, we hit our targets. We did it again and then again and then again and again. And now I've been the CEO of Pipsticks for it's going to be our 10th birthday month in September for the business. So yeah, 15 years in electronic options trading, straight into 10 years of running a sticker company. So it's an age old story, right? You've heard it once, you've heard it 1,000 times.
Yeah. Great. This is going to be another normal podcast with no interesting information. Fantastic.
Right. Perfect.
So you weren't even, you didn't just study computer science. You studied at Yale, and now you're in stickers. So explain to me what it is you saw in the business that you were like, oh, I can, kind of leverage some of my background and be able to scale this thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, my wife, she's the creative. one in the partnership. Like I said, she's a graphic designer.
Yeah.
And all my life I was like, oh, I'll get a job, I'll work hard, I'll make some money. It all made sense. She always wanted to be an entrepreneur. It never really dawned on me. But she would always bring ideas. So she'd bring an idea for a business or a product. And I would like, it doesn't work. Numbers don't make sense. And she called me the destroyer of ideas for a long time. And she brought an idea for a sticker subscription. We had young kids. The idea was she was going to source stickers from various other countries, other suppliers, package them together, ship them out to people. It was relatively inexpensive. It was a subscription. It all kind of made sense. This was right when sort of, Harry's was big and Dollar Shave Club and, all the subscription boom of sort of 10 years ago. And just the numbers, none of them were wildly wrong. So yeah, we said, give it a shot. And then when I joined her sort of, 9 or 12 months later, after she'd done the backup, we just had picked up a big chunk of subscribers in her first 3 to 6 months. And, I don't think I realized it then as much as obviously I know it now. Your initial purchases on Facebook, your initial ads are far cheaper than the 10, 100, or 1,000th person you get in a given month. So maybe it was a little deceptive, but it looked like we were going to be able to keep pulling in subscribers at a pretty cheap price. And I could play around with a spreadsheet, and if things kept going up forever, we were going to make $1 trillion. So it just seemed like it made sense. We've not made the trillion yet, but it has managed to support us and our kids.
Yeah. So I know that it's not a small brand, right? Like it's a 7-figure sticker brand. It's stickers. Like it's a wildly competitive space. There are stickers everywhere. They're relatively inexpensive from a retail perspective. So like your even though your margins might be good, the margin dollars are smaller. So like, tell me a little bit about like, how do you manage that? How do you control that? Like, what has been the go-to-market approach? How have you kind of scaled it? Like, it just sounds so complicated.
Yeah, well, it is complicated. It's too complicated. If I could do something again, I would definitely pick something with a higher price point. But when I look at stickers, we sell stickers, and we sell a lot more than stickers now. We sell notebooks and stationery and washi tape and binders, and we've played around with mugs and various lifestyle products. But it does come back to stickers. That's the core product. But a sticker, the product isn't a sticker, right? A sticker is a medium. So, really anything can go on a sticker, right? I don't know if people see a picture of me anywhere, if they're watching the video here. I am way off brand, right? I'm a 40-something-year-old guy wearing a dull green shirt with like a gray beard, right? And it's trimmed short right now. Usually it's scruffy. Our audience is 20 to 60-year-old women. All our stickers are rainbows and unicorns and puffy stickers, scratch and sniff, glittery, 80s. We do license deals with Sanrio, with Care Bears, like all that sort of stuff. So I would say that obviously the medium is stickers, but our product isn't stickers. Our product is the 80s nostalgia. It's the happiness. It's the fun. It's the brand. And Mo, my wife, she's the face of the brand. She's the name of the brand. She's the voice of the brand. It all comes from her, right? So if it's she runs the design team. She manages creative. She manages copy. All the emails come from her. In the stuff that we have in the brick and mortar stores, her picture is actually on the back of the product, so people feel connected to her. So we're selling stickers, and I'll tell you right now, they're the best quality stickers you're going to get. They've got the best foils. They're the best embossed. They're the best scratch and sniff, puffy designs. We do that better than anybody else. But what we're selling is the brand and the fun and the excitement that comes from Mo, more so than the sticker itself, even though that is the actual product.
Yeah. So very good point, right? Like you're selling basically the nostalgia, the community of it. It's not the actual sticker. Obviously, it doesn't really serve a functionality as much as it serves like anyone would wear a team T-shirt or something like that. One of the things I was curious about those, not only are the small margin and small dollar size, it's also a very large product line. Like you've got, as you just mentioned, several different types of designs and licenses and stuff that you're working with. How do you focus from a marketing perspective in like how you're going after a certain audience when obviously like, there's different categories there that you could be going after?
Yeah, sure. So, I think we have 2,500 to 3,000 SKUs. And the reason we have, it's painful
Easy.
for me as well, right? The reason we have so many is because we started as a subscription, and that's been the core of the business until pretty recently, as we've moved more into the wholesale space. Um, and that subscription, we put, there's 2 or 3 different varieties, and we'll put 15 or so stickers in each one, and then most of those stickers get launched as their own independent, one-off product. So there's at least 50 SKUs, if not more, are being released every single month, right? So that's why the
Wow.
the SKU count is so high and the variety is so high. In terms of how we market it, a lot of the marketing has to do with people using the product. We don't have one evergreen product that is the same SKU that sells every single time. So we don't have there's no 80-20 rule where 80% of our revenue comes from, 20% of our SKUs. It really is split up and dispersed, all across the product line.
Wow.
We do still have a strong focus in our B2C space on subscriptions. So we still have a number of subscriptions. And once you can get somebody engaged enough in the brand that they'll buy a subscription, that's when you've got a great customer, right? And then we can remarket to them, and they'll buy the stickers that they liked in the prior month's pack. They'll buy them as individuals. We sell sticker keepers, which are kind of a trapper keeper and a baseball card collecting binder all in one, where they can store and save their stickers. Really the marketing is about finding the target audience, finding the people who are like the other people who buy our stuff, getting them in somehow, converting them over into a subscription, and then upselling them on all the cool other bits and pieces that we do that they will like, because they like the subscription. And given that everybody knows Mo, my wife, so personally, they trust her, right? So we send a ton of emails out to everybody once they're on our lists. And a lot of that is content. A lot of it, we don't even ask them to buy anything. I mean, maybe there's a link on the bottom of the email. But they give them content. She shares what's going on with the stickers, with the things she's doing with her crafts, with her interests. And then when we do send out an email that says, "Hey, and we've got this new collaboration with Hello Kitty or with Strawberry Shortcake," then because people trust her and because they know that everything that she produces is high quality and products that they like, then they're eager to jump on and buy whatever's new and whatever's fresh.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, building that kind of personal touch between your wife and the customer base makes a ton of sense, especially if she's, on the forefront of the brand and everything. One of the things I was thinking about is you mentioned that it started as a subscription company. When I think stickers, I don't necessarily think subscription. So what was the thought process there and getting that in motion?
Sure. So I'll tell you what the thought process was, what the initial idea was, why that was totally wrong, and then where we ended up, even with a subscription anyway, right? So she was a stay-at-home mom, and somebody had sent her, I think, like a sticker chainmail, kind of like a sticker Ponzi scheme, where like, hey, if you send all these stickers to these other people, they're going to send you stickers back, standard sort of chainmail kind of thing, and your kids are going to get, buckets full of stickers, and everybody's going to be happy. So she did it, and she sent out all the stickers, and like, one person sent her back an envelope with like crappy stickers from the dollar store. And the kids went crazy and they loved it. So she said, this is what I have to do. This is the business, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this product and the moms are going to get it. It's going to cost them 10 or 15 bucks a month. And they're going to buy themselves an hour worth of time every month just to be by themselves, have a coffee while the kids are entertained with the stickers. So she launched it with that idea. And then we found pretty quickly thereafter that our audience was not moms for their kids. It was moms or non-moms for themselves. We launched a non-kid. We launched what we called the pro version. And we started, at marketing and working towards packs just purely for adult women. Like I said, kind of 20 to 60, crafting, scrapbooking, journalers, snail mailers. This is, markets I didn't even know, trends and hobbies and communities that I didn't know existed. My wife's sensibilities and the things she liked from the 80s are the same things that sort of got these people excited. And by now, I would say 2/3 of the subscriptions that we sell are the pro subscription, the adult subscription.
Wow.
But of that third that are kids, I guarantee you at least half of them are adults buying them for themselves anyway. So we thought it was going to be a way for moms to buy themselves an hour or two of time once a month, and it would be worthwhile. It's not. Turns out it's people who just like the brand, like the nostalgia, or are into crafting, scrapbooking, journaling. They share in the community. They're on our Facebook groups. They do the unboxing videos, and they, maybe they decorate their letters and they do traveling postcards with each other and send these things around and share them as a community. So started out one thing, turned out that was the wrong way, pivoted and brought up a whole other product line.
This is an amazing case study for just listening to your customer and kind of adjusting, as you said. What was it that kind of gave it away, where you started to realize, like, wow, that's who we thought our audience was actually isn't?
Yeah, I mean, just all the customer service responses, the Facebook postings, the social media, I mean, literally them telling us, hey, people would say, hey, I'm a 47-year-old woman, and this brings back all this amazing memories I had as a kid. I went to my mom's attic, I found my old sticker book, and they'll send us a picture of their old sticker book and their new sticker book. All these really cool stories of people who are just kind of getting excited about it and sharing it.
That's very cool. Tell me about, because the one thing that you'd said earlier that's blowing my mind. So you're launching like 50 some odd new SKUs every month. How are you handling this from an operational standpoint? Like that sounds
badly,
like a nightmare.
Badly. The number one thing that we've been doing in the last couple of months, last probably year, is trying to cut that amount down, right? So we're doing more limited editions. So we used to order, a large quantity of. So it started out as a subscription, and we started out with curating stickers from third parties, and then eventually we moved into designing our own stuff. So we have our own full design team, illustrators, graphic designers, the whole thing top to bottom. So all of our artwork now is all original. When we did that, we started launching the individual versions of the products that were in the packs. And initially, we just kept printing and printing and printing because, I don't know, we were printing them, they were selling. Inventory built up, SKU count built up. And in the last year or two, we had too much inventory, right? Which is a problem everybody has. So we started, either having limited editions where we would only print a few when the pack was printed, and then we would never reprint, or even extreme limited editions, which are only in the subscription pack. So that 50 to 60 SKUs is down a bit now. It's probably more in the 30ish range. It's still a lot of SKUs. It's still a lot of spreadsheets, and it's still a lot of difficulty. So it's hard. It's hard.
Good thing you have a computer science background.
Right. Although I haven't written a lot of code in a very, very long time. So
do you miss it?
Not really. No, I don't. I don't.
I don't blame it. What so you mentioned earlier as well. So you did this subscription thinking it was kids, turned out to be the adults, but then you also mentioned that you started going more towards wholesale, at least as of recently. What caused that pivot?
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, we did the subscriptions and then we launched the non-subscription products. And then we looked around and we're like, oh, well, we'll try Amazon. Maybe we tried a brick and mortar store for a little while. And really the question is just, Facebook dollars and Facebook ads can only get you so far. Where else can we sell the product, and who else is interested in buying it? So we just kind of dipped our toe in because we wanted other ways to sell. I think we had a few people reach out to us with, sort of white label custom orders. So we did some of that. So maybe you do 5,000 or 10,000 units of a sticker for another subscription company, or a bigger company comes to you and wants you to print for them. And we had a couple of big brands had reached out to us and said, big stores, hey, can you sell to us, wholesale? And we said, no, we have no idea what to do. And after a while, it just became clear that was another channel. And the way I think about it, when we started Pipsticks, we were a subscription company and we sold subscriptions. And as we moved into non-subscriptions, then we started selling other things other than stickers, binders, higher price point products. It dawned on me that we weren't a subscription company. We were a sticker and stationery company. And one of the ways we sold things was subscriptions. So we sold subscriptions, we sold non-subscriptions. We tried to sell on Amazon. We sold in a brick and mortar. Why don't we sell wholesale as well? So it was really just kind of a natural evolution of, the next place that I can sell those stickers to the next person.
You said you tried Amazon. What happened there?
I was stupid multiple times in a row, and I've learned a ton. But the fundamental problem with Amazon for us was twofold. Was one, stickers are really cheap, and I think anybody who's been on Amazon knows there's a lot of fixed costs, which obvious in hindsight. But I spent a lot of time, trying to work past that, and that was a failure. And then the second problem we had was, Amazon is a marketplace that people don't know your brand. There's very little brand search there. And if somebody's looking for stickers, they probably want the cheapest stickers, right? Like Amazon is really a race to the bottom, and we sell the cheapest luxury good you're ever going to find, which means we sell the most expensive sticker. I might have a $7 sticker, right? Or a $5 sticker. That's a lot of money for a sticker. Not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money for a sticker. So if you put a sticker sheet up on Amazon, that's $5. And then right under it is $15 for 4,000 stickers. It doesn't matter that ours is significantly better, has the foils, has the design, is not copy infringed. People are going to be like, oh, I'll buy the 4,000 stickers for $15. So that got in our way. We've shut it off since. I do think we do a lot of sticker books now. We have to get back to there and find our $20 to $50 price point items and figure out which of those can work on Amazon. So it'll be in our future again next year. But business is triage. It's all about figuring out which things you want to fail in at any given time. And we've decided not to worry about Amazon at least for the next year, or other multi-channel approaches, the other online sites, Target, etc., Walmart.
Yeah. And to your point, I mean, it's all about testing. You mentioned that, Facebook, you can only get it so far. Have you ventured into the TikTok world yet?
Yeah, we haven't done too much with TikTok yet. We're in the middle of some operational changes. We're switching to 3PL again. We've brought in a new person to help us with our operations. So when it comes to sales channels, the TikTok store, we just don't have the capacity to do it. We played around with advertising on TikTok a little bit. Never got any traction. Nothing ever works for us other than Facebook. We've done Pinterest, we've done TikTok, we've tried everything. Facebook is 90%, and AdWords takes up the last 10% of our ad spend on any given month.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That doesn't work for you.
This
was awesome.
I think if we had the store, right? I think if we had the TikTok store up and running and we could direct traffic there, I know TikTok is supplementing a lot of the ads, supplementing a lot of the sales. Yeah. I think we could get that to work. But once again, too many other things going on, and that's when we've just had to defer. So I would love to be on the TikTok store and maybe running ads that direction, but we just don't have the headspace for it right now.
Yeah. Have you tried the influencer approach?
Yeah, I mean, plus and minus. It works sometimes. It doesn't work other times. Affiliates are hard because it's really hard to price them properly. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And it takes, once again, a ton of manual individual effort to go make the influencers work, to give them the content that they want, to communicate with them. So we've got a share sale program that's out there, and we have some people who are referring links. But it's, once again, not a big part of our marketing efforts right now. Marketing really for us is Facebook top of funnel, some AdWords top of funnel, as much organic as we can get, and all of that is just cold. And then we take those people and we just drop them into a super aggressive email campaign afterwards with pretty high click rates, open rates on our email. We do an okay job at top of funnel, and I think we do a very good job at the email bottom funnel.
Yeah. I mean, considering you've got Meta working for you, you've got the site working for you, you're getting into wholesale, and you've got the subscription going, but you haven't really gotten Amazon to work or TikTok yet. Like the fact of the size of your business for selling stickers at the price point that they are is wildly impressive. So it's job well done. It's awesome. I was super excited to have you on the show. I really appreciate it. I would love to give you the opportunity, let everyone know where they can find out more about you, of course, more about Pipsticks.
Yeah, I mean, you can come to www.pipsticks.com. Anything you want to know about Pipsticks is there. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, as long as it's not a sales pitch, you can get me at pipsticks.com. I trust you're not going to pitch me on all your crazy stuff. But if anybody has a real question, I'm eager to answer anything and help anybody out that I can.
Good call out. Nathan, really appreciate you having me on the show. Everyone else who tuned in, of course, thank you as well. Please make sure you do the usual, rate, review, subscribe, all that fun stuff on whichever podcast platform you prefer, or head over to the ecommshow.com to check out all of our previous episodes. But as usual, we appreciate you all joining, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to the E-Comm Show. Head over to ecommshow.com to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform or on the BlueTuskr YouTube channel. The E-Comm Show is brought to you by BlueTuskr, a full-service digital marketing company specifically for e-commerce sellers looking to accelerate their growth. Go to BlueTuskr.com now for more information. Make sure to tune in next week for another amazing episode of the E-Comm Show.